Hey everybody, this is Joe Gilder from HomeStudioCorner.com. We're up to number 7 in our 12 Home Studio Necessities series. And what we're going to talk about today is a little bit dry, potentially a little bit boring, but it's a question you have to deal with. And I get questions about this all the time. So pay attention, wake up, listen. The topic today is a dedicated hard drive, okay? Or an external hard drive, depending on your computer. When you're recording, let's go through the process of what's going on here. You've got a computer and it's got an internal hard drive, okay? And then when you are recording, you've got your hard drive that's kind of running the system, right? It's got all your software installed. It's the computer is constantly going back and forth to that hard drive to just run the computer, to run the operating system, to run your software that you have running, your recording software, and whatever else is going on in the background, okay? When you start recording audio and playing back that audio has to be streamed, okay? It has to be streamed to and from a hard drive. Now, if you do that with your internal drive, it will work for a while, but at some point the hard drive's just not going to be able to keep up. That happens for two reasons. One, like I said before, it's having to run all the other processes on your computer. So to stream audio is actually a pretty intense process because it has to constantly be pulling that audio and sending it back to the speakers or to your audio interface and also recording whatever you're recording back down. So that can take up a lot of time and a lot of resources. And think about it, a hard drive is just a disk with an arm. It just spins and the arm moves around. So if it has to be over here working on your operating system and also over here streaming audio, at some point it's going to get choked up and it's not going to be able to complete it. Second reason that happens is typically the internal hard drive that you have is slower than what's recommended for recording. For recording right now it's recommended to go at least with a 7200 RPM hard drive, whereas most internal drives are 5400. Not a huge difference, but that also adds to the fact that recording to your internal drive is not a good idea. Now, what will happen if you do that? Will your computer explode and burst into flames? No. What will happen is when you're recording, it'll just freeze up. It'll stop recording. It'll stop playing back. If you're in Pro Tools, it'll pop up an error message and say, the disk is too slow, I can't keep up. Okay? Most DAWs have some sort of a warning like that. So the only way around it, and the way that is recommended by every DAW out there, is to use some sort of dedicated hard drive for recording. Now, if you have some sort of a tower, like a PC tower or a Mac Pro tower of some sort that has actual bays for hard drives, and that's a great option. Buy yourself just a hard drive itself, shove it in there, and that's your recording drive. Now, a popular question is, do I put Pro Tools on that drive or my recording software on that drive? No, that's all installed on your system drive, where all your software is installed. This secondary drive is just where you save your sessions, and that's where the audio is being streamed. So when you record, it's going right to that hard drive, and when you play back, it's being played back from that hard drive. Now, it can be an internal, like I said, or it can be an external FireWire or USB or eventually Thunderbolt drive. And the benefits of that is if you have something like I have, an iMac or a laptop, you don't have room for another internal drive. It has to be external. So right now I'm using USB external drives, and they work fine. And if I need to go to another studio or record on my laptop, I just pop it out, plug it into my laptop, and I've got all my files right there ready for me. Okay, so those are the benefits and the reasons that you need an external hard drive. Now, as far as recommendations, I've used Glyph before. They're great. They tend to work well and just tend to work. I've also used drives from, OWCMacSales.com, I think is the website. That's what this guy with the cute blue light is, and it's worked fine for me as well. What you use doesn't matter too much. You do want to check the chipset and make sure that it's compatible with your system, especially Pro Tools. They like those Oxford 911 or 915 or something chipset inside of them. So you want to do your homework there to make sure the hard drive is compatible, then buy it, install it, plug it in, start saving your drives there, and also make sure to back everything up to maybe another drive just for backup purposes. And then you're done. All you got to do is get back to making music. Pretty cool, right? All right, thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next video.